Good evening to everybody. Good evening to everybody in the East Coast. Good morning to everybody over here in the West Coast. God bless everybody in my country of Mexico, in my city of Tijuana, the state of Chihuahua that is suffering right now, Sonora, in mediations in the mountains, Rancho La Mora, and my city again of Tijuana that is also suffering of violence and delinquency. God bless everybody in my country of Mexico. Good morning to everybody in the United States of America. God bless everybody in the United States, in California, where they're suffering of Democrats and homeless people living on every part and every corner and in every space that they can live. God bless everybody in the United States. Bless your president of the United States. God bless President Trump. God put him on that position and on that circumstance for something, and is to save his country and to save the world, man. That is the key. Good morning to everybody. Share so we can start. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and for America's Voice. How's everybody doing? The topic of this morning is Marcelo Ebrard, the Canciller and the head of International Relations of Mexico, and the President of Mexico, Andrés Manuel López Obrador. Yesterday, they talked on the phone with the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. As the speculations and the rumors are, and really strong rumors, what were the topics that they were talked in that meeting? And what were the topics that they were to talk about? These were the topics. As you can imagine, the number one question of the President of the United States to Andrés Manuel López Obrador was, is your country okay? Do you need help? The topic was because of the insecurity factor and insecurity issue that happened in the mediations of Rancho La Mora with the Lebron family, where kids were murdered and family members were murdered. The questions were from the President of the United States to the President of Mexico: do you need help? Is everything okay? What kind of support do you need? Are you handling the situation? Do you need intelligence? And amazingly, the response from our president, with a translator and an interpreter, that is Marcelo Ebrard, that is the guy that is in charge of the international relations, said, the President of Mexico is saying, thank you for your concerns. The President of Mexico is saying, thank you for your support. The President of Mexico is telling you, Mr. Trump, that he appreciates your concerns and that he appreciates your questioning about how the country is doing regarding the cartel activity. But the President of Mexico is saying to you that no, he doesn't need help. That no, he doesn't need the intelligence military from the United States. No, he doesn't need support from the military. And no, he doesn't need support from no country. He told the President of the United States, this is an issue of in the country. This is an internal issue that it can be handled by our military and by our federal government. The response of President Trump was, I send my condolences to every family member and the Lebron family in your country of Mexico. Can you please keep the peace? And if you need help I will be here to support you. The response from our president was, thank you. We will try to do the best that we can to keep the peace and to maintain order in that part where the LeBron family is established. Short conversation that it was already it's already posted on every mainstream media and on every newspaper over here in our country. Let's talk about a little bit about that conversation. It is embarrassing as a Mexican citizen that another foreign president is telling us and calling us on the phone to tell us what it needs to be done. It is embarrassing that our president is not accepting not only advice on how to stop this atrocious acts from the cartel from running our country. It is amazing that our president, knowing that he doesn't have the capability and that he's incapable of handling a war between the cartels and the people, he doesn't take advice from the number one country in the world that it has been through many wars and that they have won many wars and that they're the country that has more experience on how to attack an organized crime of group of people and how to end this. It is amazing that our president is not even listening to the leader of the United States. He doesn't want to listen, people. The reason why is a lot of you guys know that he's a corrupt president, that he's hand in hand with the organized crime. And all the speculation is that he's getting paid off. Months and amounts of quantity of money and arrangements between properties. You let me work, I'll let you do whatever the hell you want. Now, the good thing is that the last statement from Marcelo Ebrard, that is the guy that is in charge of international relations in our consulate of Mexico, he said that between the United States and Mexico, there is a great relationship now regarding politics. Now, I'm going to tell you why there is a great relationship. Marcelo Ebrard, our consigliere and our leader of international relations, said that. Let me address you. You're lying to the people. You're lying to us Mexicans. There's no good relationship with Trump. There's no good relationship with Pence. There's no good relationship with Pompeo. If there was a good relationship, they wouldn't not even consider of putting a 5% tariff on our country. There's not a good relationship. You're lying to the people. And that good relationship, it was before. You ruined it by bringing this international pact of immigration, all this violence and delinquency into our country. You ruined it by insulting every Mexican border and the United States border by invading with a mass migration. You ruined that good relationship that Mexico had with the United States. Don't lie to the people. Not all of us live on Televisa, TV Azteca, Telemundo, CNN, MSNBC. Not all of us listen to that. There's no good relationship. There's a relationship of peace. There's a relationship of keeping the peace. Yes, but that doesn't mean that you guys are friend in friend, shaking hands and giving you guys support whenever you want to. Let me borrow $20. I will pay you whenever I want to. No, 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 no. No, no. There's no relationship like that. Donald Trump is not negotiating with no socialist president. And Andrés Manuel López Obrador, he is a socialist president with tendencies to confirm and to transform Mexico into a socialist country with tendencies of listening to Maduro and doing his morning conferences like Chavez in Venezuela used to do. With tendencies of going to the Foro of Sao Paulo and listening to all the socialist leaders across the world. With tendencies on bringing Soros in our National Day of Independence on the 16th of September. Trump does not negotiate with socialists. He said it on the United Nations panel. The United States will never become a socialist country. He has said it, and in Congress, the United States will never become a socialist country. He has said it in front of thousands of people. The United States will never become a socialist country. And you, on the other hand, Marcelo Ebrard, our consular of our country of Mexico, going on the record, quote unquote, we have a great relationship with the United States. Don't lie to the people. Don't lie to us Mexicans. No, you don't have a great relationship with the United States. What do you think? Killing international people and foreigners on our country, assassinating children from 6 to 8 months old. Do you think that the next day Trump is going to be like, let me shake your hand, you're my friend, nothing is going on? Do you think that as you are invading the country of the United States, our neighbor, and damaging the sovereignty of our country and the sovereignty of our neighbor's country, that is the United States, and making people lose their jobs, police officers getting damaged and getting killed in our borders in Tapachula, more than 32,000 kids trafficked, Border Patrol officers getting sick because of the diseases that the mass migration is bringing. And do you think that after that, Trump is going to wake up and say, we have a great relationship, AMLO? Don't lie to the people. Don't lie to us. It is a lie. There's no great relationship right now with our president, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, and Trump. There's none. Trump is never going to say United States is going to become a socialist country. He stands his ground. He's the only man that has the balls to stand his ground and say there's no socialism in the United States. On the contrary, our country of Mexico, the place that I love, our country that a lot of Mexicans live in, we are becoming a socialist country. Water is running out, electricity is being cut off and off and on, rights for everybody, taxes on straws, on stupid stuff. We are becoming, slowly by slowly, the United Nations running our country now. Soros telling our president what to do and what not. We are becoming a socialist country. Us, our president, creating chaos and shootings on different parts of a country so people can start migrating and getting out of those places. Those are signs of socialism. Big signs of socialism. So regarding the talk that they had yesterday between Andrés Manuel López Obrador and Trump, for people that they are just joining, how's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and for America's Voice. Good morning to everybody. I just, to do a recap of what we were talking about. Yesterday, Andrés Manuel López Obrador and Trump had a phone call, a conversation. And the translator and the interpreter for Andrés Manuel López Obrador was Marcelo Ebrard, that is the consular and the head in charge of the international relations in Mexico. The conversation started by Trump asking and him taking the first step to telling AMLO, are you okay? Do you need any help? I send my condolences. Can you tell the people, the Lebron family, the United States citizens that live on their country, can you tell them that I send them my condolences, and whatever they need and whatever they want, I will try to support. Do you need any help? The response from our president was, no. I appreciate your approach for telling us that you're going to support us. I appreciate everything that you have said.
But no, we don't need any help. We don't even need tips on how to run this kind of situations. You're telling the greatest country that exists, that is the United States, a country that has lived through wars and wars and wars, and you have the most top of the notch soldiers, the top of the notch intelligence, the one of the greatest military that has ever existed in this planet, and you're telling them, no, we don't need no advice. How messed up this mind of this president is. This is how messed up this president is. You're telling him that, no, I don't need your advice. Thank you so much. And if I need something, I will let you know. Like you're at a place that you work, and somebody's telling you, hey, you need help with that forklift. And somebody's telling you, no, if I need something, if I need help, I'll call you. Something like that. It is crazy how our president of Mexico is so close-minded. He's incapable of running a country, and the country is getting out of his hands. That is the number one reason that everybody knows now, that the country of Mexico is getting out of his hands. He's incapable of running the country. He's the lowest IQ president that has ever existed in our country. He's the lowest IQ president that has ever existed in our country. Like I said yesterday, how can you say no to help from the United States intelligence to tell you how to run things? Not to bring the military in, but just to give advice on how to handle these kind of situations. And you say no to anything. There's more profound things. AMLO getting paid off by criminal organizations and all this kind of stuff. But it tells you a lot that our president doesn't care for the security of Mexicans and for the security of our country. I told you yesterday on the live video, how can you not ask for help when you got more than 26,000 murders in 10 months in the country? 98.4 murders per day, and you're not asking for help. Amazing. It blows you away how you're not asking for help. It's exactly what is happening in Venezuela. Exactly. Maduro telling every mainstream media there's no poverty, showing them videos of people eating out of trash cans. That is wrong. They're eating out of trash cans because they want to. But you're cutting the electricity at schools. That is a lie. I'm not doing that. But there's no water. That is a lie. I'm not doing that. But there's no food. They got money, but there's no food. That is a lie. There is food. They need to administrate the food. Now you're telling people what to eat, what not to eat, what to drink, what not to drink, how much electricity you need to use, how much reproduction of children you need to have. What is that? What is that? And you got the same ideology coming right now to Mexico. Coming. Every day. Every day coming. No electricity. If you go to the water plants, there's no water like it used to be. More than 78,000 jobs have been lost in the first 10 months of his presidency. More than 26,000 murders in the first 10 months. We're number 3 in the world for child trafficking. Number 2 in the world for cartel and cultivating amapola. We're number 4 in the world. And imagine who's number 5. 5 is Syria. Imagine that, how messed up we are. The number 4 on border insecurity and dangerous borders, Mexico is on number 4, and on number 5 is Syria. You don't need help. That's what you told the president. I'm freaking amazing. Amazing. I was telling my partner today in the morning, Conservative Anthony, I was telling him, we're losing our country, man. We are losing our country. And he's saying, no, it's not lost. Yes, we are losing our country. The message, a word that everybody says. The message for everybody. One of the things that it has destroyed a man, a human being, a leader, is his arrogance, his ego. His arrogance and his ego. Alexander the Great. I quote a lot of Alexander the Great because he was a great, whatever, he was crazy, but he was a great mind for wars. I quote Alexander the Great. The number one mistake from a human being and a man is to not have patience and not be humble. To not have patience and to not be humble. When you're not humble, you're arrogant. You don't need nothing. You think you're perfect. You're running everything. You're great. You don't need no help. Your country is doing great. That is what Venezuela, Nicaragua, and now Mexico have as a leader. Patience. You're losing the country. There's poverty. There's people, they need food, they need electricity, they need water. You're impatient. You want to make money, you want to have power, you want to move the United Nations, you want the New World Order. You don't care for the people. You're not patient enough to realize that you have a humongous problem in your country first. That is poverty and your own people. Great quote that goes really profound. Really profound into society and into humanity. Is a great quote from a leader. And our leaders today in our world, they are like that. They're not humble and they're not patient. They're impatient and they're arrogant. They want it all. That is what is happening in our country. And that is what happened with this phone call yesterday. I don't need no help. I'm arrogant. I'm not humble enough to lower my step, to leave my pride outside of my body and put my heart on the table and say, my heart is for the Mexican people. My pride is for myself. I will leave it out. My pride is not valuable. The only thing that is valuable right now, because the people chose me, is my heart. I will put it in the table, Trump. Here is my heart. Take it and try to help me as much as you can. As Trump did yesterday's morning, he left his pride on the other side of the table and he's put his heart on the table to put it to AMLO. Here is my heart. Here is the heart of America. If you need help, here it is. Arrogance, humble, impatient. That is the problem with our leaders, people. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. God bless everybody in the United States. God bless everybody in our country of Mexico. Beautiful to talk to you guys on this beautiful morning over here. It's almost 11 o'clock over here in the morning, the West Coast time. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing, sharing our posts and sharing our live feeds. God bless you all. God bless you all. God bless you all, man. We keep on fighting. We keep on fighting the socialists. We keep on fighting the leftists. We keep on fighting all these activists, man. All these activists, these pieces of crap activists that they're pushing for socialism, and they live pampered in the United States. These socialist activists that they never have suffered for hunger and they have never suffered for their children. But they live over there eating hamburgers at Carl's Jr. and they want to come to another country and push socialism. How ridiculous is that? Handle your country first, man. You don't know what socialism is about. Amazing. We need to come together, people. As I told you yesterday, this is not about our minds, our hearts, our body, who has bigger hands, bigger feet, who's tall enough. This is about our souls coming together and fighting socialism together, and fighting this corruption and this atrocious acts in every part of the world. God bless every single one of you guys. Share this video. Some people call me crazy. That's all right. Crazy, man. There's nothing wrong with being crazy or a lunatic talking on the phone in the top of the morning. God bless every single one of you guys. Before I go, follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he is running for Congress at District 16 of El Paso. He's trying to avoid this. He's trying to fight this. And he's doing it from the heart. He's the solution, man. He's the truth. God bless everybody in the United States and in my country of Mexico. Dios bendiga a todos, la gente de México, todo mi país hermoso. Paisanos, hay que despertar. Nos están comiendo el mandado y nos lo están comiendo y ya nos están dejando sin nada. Hay que despertar, señores. Hay que despertar ya. God bless everybody in the country of Mexico, in my city of Tijuana, and in the parts of Sonora and Chihuahua that they're suffering right now. God bless every single one of you guys. Stay safe and always remember peace and love, everybody, because always your country is first.